Alright, so this is a queen versus two passed pawns. So we have this situation, we have two disconnected passed pawns on the B and D file. So naturally, we have to kick the king away from one and take the other. So let's get the queen closer. So the only obvious check is going to be queen a7. So they can go king c1. Now we're going to swing the queen over to c7. They can go king d1 or king b1, but same thing will happen. Queen b6 attacking this b2 pawn. So now they go back to c2 maybe, but then we just zigzag closer to the king and the pawns. So they can go king b1 this time, but we have this queen d4. So now they can go king c2 again, but now queen c4. There. Queen there. Queen b3 is the same effect. So now we're going to do queen c3 check. So if you go b1, then you take the d2 pawn. But if they go d1, then we take this b2 pawn. So basically, from this point on, you're going to be applying the same methods that we learned from the one pawn endgame. So basically, this is done and finished. So this example is basically almost similar to the one pawn with f pawn, but we have an exception. We have this a7 pawn. That makes a whole world of difference. So there's no way to have this stalemate trick to happen in the king h1. So now let's see what happens. So we're going to go as white, queen d4 check. Want to have this king be in front of the pawn, the same sort of method. So they can go to avoid that, king h2, queen f3, king g1, queen d3, and king f1. So now the king is in the front of the pawn, so now you know what to do. King b4 or b5, just closer to the king and the pawn f2. So they go king e2. Now we go queen g4. They can go king d2, but now the same thing. Queen f3, king e1, queen e3, king f1, and now move the king in. So another try, king g2, queen e4 check, king h2, queen f3, king g1, queen d3, king f1, and now king d2. So now they don't have anywhere to move the king, but now we have this h pawn to deal with. So it's basically, this is a world of difference. So if the pawn is not there, it'll be a stalemate. But with this pawn, we'll be using it as leverage. So they have to go a pawn move like h5 or h6. But now we go queen h2, they go h4, and now queen h1 is checkmate. This is the final and most difficult two-pawn endgame that I have in this video. So this is a really close race to have these two pawns, or they're connected to promote. So it's really hard to try to find out what's the best method. But I really, this is the simplified method I would use. That maybe just have this way. Like, let's play a little game. So maybe just give this queen an h2 an extra power. This power allows it to just transfer herself to one square, any open square on the board anytime, so anywhere. So what square would that be? So if you imagine that the queen has a move that can teleport them to any open square and it's blocked sure to move next, what would that be? And this move, just queen teleporting to that square, wins the game. So take a moment for thinking about, but I think that you can think about this move really easily if you see the resulting move. So if you go the queen teleporting to, let's say, queen c3, then that's answer. So now the king has to go away from the d2 pawn. So if you go f2, then queen takes d2, and this pawn is pinned. There's no promotion. It's really easy one. So now from point A to point B. So let's go back. So we need to do a check, first of all. So there's a lot of thoughts that people are going to do queen d3, first of all. But I think that the very easiest method to go to c3 with the queen is queen e5 check. So let's say they go, king d3. Now they go for white, queen d5. So it doesn't matter if they go there or there, we go the same square, queen c5 check. Then go hang on to the pawn again with d3, but now we have a perfect shot to queen c2, then queen c3. Now we have the resulting position that we had discussed that is basically winning for white. So hopefully you learned a lot from this two pawn games versus a queen, and I'll see you in the next video.